and to lead us in a presentation about our Spanish language ministry. And while Fred makes his way forward, I'm just going to put in a little plug for the work of our nominating committee. I actually get to tag along on the work of soliciting nominations from across the diocese, so that even if I'm the one making them, often the names have come in from parishes or from people who want to serve, and I'm able to consider those as I do the work of making nominations. So I'm grateful for that opportunity. Thank you all. Fred, all yours.
Good afternoon. One of the things that is wonderful about what we're doing here, the old treasure that we have as a church is the mission of the church, which is to bring the reconciliation of Christ to an unreconciled world. And the wonderful thing about the church is that we have all these gifts to do that. We have one mission and millions of gifts. And one of those gifts happens to be the Spanish-speaking people of the world. And within our diocese, we are doing the work of incorporating them into the church and bringing life to the church through that process. And as the bishop spoke earlier, we're also helping to make sure reconciliation is brought to families by doing some work to try to provide some integrity in this time of uncertainty to make sure that families are not separated. We're beginning that in March in a tangible way through the Mary and Joseph Project. And so in addition to that, we have different resources so that the parishes throughout the diocese can access liturgy resources, language resources, and also if they need to consult with the diocese about different projects that they would like to do, I'm always available. Una de las cosas que tenemos aquí, buenas tardes primero de todo, es que un tesoro viejo que tiene la iglesia es su misión de traer reconciliación a un mundo que no tiene reconciliación. Y el don de la gente que habla español es un don importante porque es uno de los millones de dones que tenemos. Entonces estamos aquí trabajando para traer en diferentes proyectos en la diócesis de Carolina del Este, tratando, por ejemplo, como habló el obispo, de proteger familias que potencialmente se pueden separar en estos tiempos de incertidumbre. Y también tenemos diferentes recursos en términos del idioma castellano, también recursos en términos de liturgia, y también estamos aquí para apoyar diferentes proyectos que puedan tener las diferentes parroquias para trabajar en este tema. To that end, I wanted to actually introduce a member of St. Peter's in Washington who's going to talk a little bit about what's going on there, because it's one of the 3 Spanish-speaking services that we have in this diocese, and her name is Victoria Gachus. Les voy a presentar a Victoria Gachus, que va a hablar acerca de lo que estamos haciendo en Washington, que ella es de una de las 3 congregaciones que hablan castellano.
Buenas tardes a todos. Espero que estén teniendo un grandioso tiempo en esta gran convención de la Diócesis Episcopal de Carolina del Este. Hace una semana, Padre Fred me llamó para preguntarme si podía venir hoy a esta convención a hablar sobre nuestra congregación hispana. Sentí nervios de pensar que estaría aquí hablando frente a muchas personas desconocidas, pero luego pensé que es parte de mi responsabilidad como episcopal y es también un honor para mí representar a mi congregación. Mi nombre es Victoria Gachus, soy miembro de la Iglesia Episcopal de San Pedro's, como Bishop Rubb nos dice, ubicada en Little Washington. Mi historia y la de varios miembros de San Pedro empezó desde la Iglesia Episcopal de San Mateo, que estaba ubicada en Yatesville, North Carolina, donde bauticé a mi hijo mayor, que ahora tiene 21 años. Cuando la iglesia de San Mateo cerró sus puertas, pensamos que era el fin, pero nunca perdimos la comunicación con nuestra diácono Janet Swader Rodman, y de esta relación surgió una nueva vida de congregación de la cual ahora somos parte. Desde el 5 de abril del 2009, un domingo de Ramos, hemos celebrado bajo el mismo techo de la iglesia de St. Peter's 2 servicios simultáneamente, uno en inglés y otro en español, pero con un solo mensaje: el mensaje del infinito amor de Dios hacia sus hijos, el cual no hace distinción como tendemos a hacer los seres humanos. Ahora, como miembros de San Pedro, trabajamos juntos en ministerios como Stop Hunger Now, Toys for Tots. Nuestros jóvenes participan en EYC y participan en Camp Trinity. Compartimos nuestras culturas, ya sea con la celebración de la Virgen de Guadalupe, rompiendo piñatas, haciendo juegos o disfrutando una variedad de deliciosas comidas y música. Actualmente, bajo el liderazgo de Padre Fred Clarkson, estamos formando un grupo de líderes en la congregación hispana que va a trabajar junto con el Consejo Pastoral Vestry para seguir fortaleciendo los ministerios que ya tenemos y con la visión de mejorar cada día en nuestra misión de servir en nombre de nuestro Señor y Salvador Jesucristo. A través del tiempo, hemos sido parte de cambios dentro de la Iglesia Episcopal. Han habido cambios de obispo, cambios de rector y más recientemente el cambio de tener a la diácono Janet Rodman a Padre Fred. Consideramos que los cambios son necesarios y forman parte del crecimiento como individuos, como congregación y como comunidad. Sabemos que tenemos todavía un largo camino que recorrer. Nos falta mucho que aprender, pero tenemos la fe de que no estamos solos. Dios siempre está a nuestro lado. En nombre de la Congregación Hispana de San Pedro, agradezco a cada uno de ustedes por su apoyo, a la Congregación Americana de St. Peter's, a nuestra diócesis y sobre todo a Dios por su amor infinito hacia cada uno de nosotros. Muchas gracias. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you are having a wonderful time at this great convention of the Episcopal Diocese of East Carolina. A week ago, Father Fred Clarkson called me to ask me if I could come to this gathering today to talk about our Hispanic congregation. I felt nervous to think that I would be here speaking in front of many people that I did not know. But then I thought it's part of my responsibility as an Episcopalian, and it is also an honor to represent my congregation. My name is Victoria Gachuz. I am a member of the Episcopal Church of San Pedro, as Bishop Rob fondly calls us, located in Little Washington. My story and that of several members of San Pedro began from the Episcopal Church of San Mateo, that used to be located in Yatesville, North Carolina, where I baptized my oldest son, who is 20 years old now. When the Church of San Mateo closed its doors, we thought it was the end, but we never lost touch with our deacon Janet Suero Rodman. And from that relationship came a new congregational life at St. Peter's, of which we are part now. Since April 5th, 2009, Palm Sunday, we have celebrated under the same roof of the Church of St. Peter's 2 services simultaneously, one in English and another in Spanish, but with one single message, the message of the infinite love of God towards His children, which does not make distinctions as we humans tend to do. Now, as members of San Pedro, we work together in ministries such as Stop Hunger Now, Toys for Tots. Our young people participate together in EYC, participate in Camp Trinity. We share cultures together with either the celebration of Virgin de Guadalupe, breaking piñatas, playing games, and enjoying a variety of delicious meals and music. Currently, under the leadership of Father Fred, we are forming a group of leaders of the Hispanic congregation that will work together with the vestry to continue strengthening the ministries that we already have, and with the vision to improve every day in our mission to serve in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Through time, we've been part of changes within of the Episcopal Church. There has been a change of bishop, a change of rector, and more recently, a change from Deacon Janet Rodman to Father Fred. We consider that the changes are necessary and are part of our growth as individuals, as congregation, and as a community. We know we still have a long way to go. We have a lot to learn, but we have the faith that we are not alone. God is always by our side. And on behalf of the Hispanic congregation of St. Peter's, San Pedro, I thank each one of you for your support. To the American congregation of St. Peter's, to our diocese, and above all, God, for his infinite love towards each one of us. Thank you very much.